So welcome to day one of our Forgotten Words journey. Today we begin with the word apricity, an almost forgotten gem meaning the warmth of the sun in winter. So let this word be a reminder, even when life feels cold, there is always a quiet warmth waiting. In memory, in nature, in spirit. This is a space to honour the light that returns even after darkness. So today's theme will be thinking about obviously the warmth of the sun in winter. Focus on the word apricity. And maybe you can just bring to mind the colour of your solar plexus, which is one of the chakras we teach in yoga. It's a golden colour and it's warming of the centre of the body. The element here is fire. And the energetic intention here is melting the inner frost, reconnecting with your hidden warmth within. So let's just take a moment to get comfortable. Maybe bring your journal with you to one side now. This is your time where you can light your candle if you haven't already. And let's just journal inward. So you may choose to pause this video to get those items if you haven't got them. Or if you have, you can now just start to sit and just consider the prompt that I'm going to give you for this journaling. So what warms your spirit? Makes you feel really good and vibrant on the inside when at times maybe the outside is cold or you're feeling not your most energetic and vibrant self. Just take a moment to pause about when you know in your body you feel warmth, you feel radiant, you feel good, you feel fine, everything's going really well. And even that time when you step outside and it's lovely and warm, not like today, you can hear the rain on the roof. But just think of a moment when you felt unexpectedly held or warmed during a hard time. Just how that made you feel. It may be the support of someone else, maybe a place where you've gone out to walk or wander or visit to because it brings you that warmth and that happiness. It may just even be sitting on a bench outside in the warm sun, just feeling that warm glow that's being brought to you from the outside in. So maybe just journal how that made you feel. Maybe words, it may be colours, it may be a doodle, it may just be you not journaling at all, and just sitting here in this quiet moment, listening to my voice, thinking, taking yourself back to that time, that place where you know that you felt warmth. So we're just reflecting here on who or what brings you that feeling of apricity in your life. And so if you're feeling called to journal quite a bit, again, you can always choose to pause this video. Take that time if you're a seasoned journaler, and you can do this mind release and feeling release, emotion release. And then next, once you've finished your journaling, I'm going to move on to a breath work practice. So here, this is your sunlight breath. So you can use this breath work to bring in your inner light. So sit tall and maybe just close your eyes or lower your gaze. Just take some natural inhales and exhales, just noticing how the rise and fall of your belly, your ribs and your chest is right now at this moment in time. Just notice your inhales and your exhales. Are they slow and shallow? Maybe just into your chest. Or are they deeper into the ribs? And then eventually you might find that they move down into your belly just as you allow that breath in. So with your inhale now, with you sitting tall, just imagine a golden sunlight entering the crown of your head as you take that nice, slow inhale. And as you exhale, just let this golden sunlight melt down through your shoulders, your chest, and your belly. So the first inhale and exhale, you might find that that golden light isn't so bright. It's just a glimmer, crown of your head, just as you become the witness of that light and you find that in your visualization. Just feeling with that inhale, filling up maybe what you would imagine that feeling of the golden light drawing in through the crown of your head may be. It may not even be that you can visualize the color yet. But as you exhale, just feel the softness of this sunlight melting down through your body. Again, just noticing how the shoulders soften as you exhale. Space in your chest releases. Your body now just allows that full exhale of light to just express out of your belly. So I invite you to take these inhales and exhales for 5 more rounds yourself. The inhales getting deeper as you know that the breath can fill up from the face area as you take that first breath in, all the way up the spine, lengthens through the chest, the ribs and the belly to find more space to take that golden light into your body. And as you take it in, you may even pause in that first inhale to notice how it seeps all the way down, maybe through your legs, your shins, all the way to your feet rooted to the floor. And then taking that breath out and noticing as maybe you take a sigh out of the mouth. Really letting that sigh release right to the depths of your belly. So here your breath continues. Sunlight from the top, melting all the way through the body. So now as you reach maybe your 3rd or even 4th breath, depending on how slow and easy you're inhaling and exhaling, you may still be getting used to feeling your breath, and so you may have flowed a little bit quicker with this sunlight breath to start off with. I invite you to return to this breath at times of need when you feel that you're seeking the light within. You take nice, slow, appreciative breaths of apricity, of bringing that light into yourself. And on your final breath, just let the light pool in your solar plexus, the space around the belly, maybe just above the belly button. Feel that light pool into where you fire up your inner sun. And then just take some nice, natural, reflecting breaths now. Maybe it's just feeling a little bit warmer and calmer in your body. And now we flow into our theme of awakening warmth and releasing inner frost with some gentle movement. I invite you to imagine your body slowly thawing, inviting in more softness with each breath as we gently move. So if you haven't already, I'm seated on a cushion, but maybe that you're not comfortable with crossed legs, and that's fine. You can have your legs long or if you've been seated for that length of time and you feel uncomfortable now with your legs crossed, any point that you're doing a practice with me, I invite you to find your comfort, your space. So that may be lengthening the legs, or it may be that you can just uncross and change whichever shin is at the front. That may be enough for you to just find your comfort. So here we're going to take some awakening of the spine with our breath. So it's a gentle cat-cow. So it's a rocking sensation on the sit bones, a little tilt of the pelvis. So if I move to one side so that you can see here, gently with the hands resting on top of the thighs if the legs are long, or on top of your knees, we take a nice deep breath in and allow our sit bones to sort of gently rock forward as we take an inhale. And as we exhale and dip the chin to the chest, we rock back on our sit bones and we hollow out the belly, even bringing up the shoulders towards our ears. And then it's a gentle flow of in-breath forward, heart opening, spine taking a gentle back bend there, exhaling, dipping into the chest, and sort of Halloween cat arch in the back of the spine. And again, just drawing the belly button in and noticing where you find that space to gently rock forward and rock back. And again, these are nice, slow, gentle breaths. Bending into the elbows allows you to take the heart open a little bit more as you draw the shoulder blades back. And then noticing that hunch as you draw the shoulders forward up towards the ears. So maybe close your eyes with this, and again, just imagine with each breath, your spine warming from the base all the way up to the base of the neck. So just like the breath is the sun within your body, just visualizing maybe that sunlight breath again and moving that golden light from within, warming your spine. Feel and move with the rhythm of the light and your breath. So now you're just going to gently pause wherever you are, even with your legs long, if you've had your hands just resting on top of your thighs. I'm going to invite you to take both of your hands now behind your back and clasp your fingers together, and then draw the shoulders down and away behind your back. Lengthen your spine and just allow your fists that you've created with your interlaced fingers to reach behind you. Now this is quite a dynamic stretch for the front of the chest and the shoulders. So again, just become aware of how that feels for you. And at any moment that you have to release and return, maybe. So we're going to take our hands behind us and might even turn behind so you can see the full extent of how me just circling or swimming my hands with nice long spine behind opens the chest, draws the shoulders back into the shoulder girdle, rotating the hands to meet one another as you interlace the fingers, and then just draw the fists and the hands away from the spine. Keep lengthening through the sit bones, the spine to the crown of the head. Breathe here, nice deep breath in, nice slow exhale out. So just consider here for this short moment of time that you're with me, just opening and expanding the chest. Just consider your heart radiating a warm glow. No holding of the breath, but just try and take some nice fluid warming breaths in and out. Enough to thaw any ice that may be covering your heart right now. When we think about that ice, that could be grief. That could just be a little bit of sadness in there. Just could be a little bit of longing, of not knowing. You know, what does that frost, and again, that's the return to the journal. You know, at any point that you feel that you know what you're looking for, what you're holding inside, just journal it. No right, no wrong, just feeling, being the witness. So your chest is a snow-covered mountain, thawing in spring, and as you visualize that, Just notice the heart soften, and maybe your shoulders soften, maybe your spine lengthens even more, maybe even tension that you've been taking with that first clasp. I felt it. That first clasp to lift and open and gently become aware of this thawing, this space in the heart center, this dynamic opposition of reaching away with your fists and opening the heart, even so much so that it's the front of the throat and the jaw, relaxing the jaw and the chin. And now as we just pause here for one more moment, one more brief moment of being held here, just quietly say to yourself, I am open to receiving warmth. Let that light in through, again, the breath work, through the crown of the head, this time passing the spine and pausing at the heart center as it feels so open and fully melting away that snow. And then just release. Come back to center. Pause for a moment. But we're now going to take in a side body stretch, so taking your left palm down to the earth and reaching over with your right palm over to the left, and just noticing how heavy this right sit bone and knee and thigh can be. Again, if your legs are long, just rooting through both sit bones to do this. Floating that right palm down, floating the left palm, nice and slow and easy. Again, pausing with that reach and noticing the heaviness of the left sit bone, left thigh. Stretch down each side of the body as we just sway from right to left, reaching for the sun. So again, maybe just taking your gaze up and noticing how that intensifies that stretch from where your chin was parallel to the floor. The stretch may not be as great in your shoulder and all the way down the side of your body, but as you turn to witness the palm, maybe just like the sun rising above you, overhead, follow the palm down, follow the palm up, just like that sunrise, slow and easy, being the witness. So here, this visualization is just you witnessing the last glimmers of the low winter sun. You yearn to touch and feel its warmth. So again, just taking note to make sure that you haven't held the breath as you're concentrating on this alternating flow of each arm moving up and rising. The inhales overhead, the exhale as the arm folds down. The inhale overhead, the exhale as the arm floats down. Keep going. So here, there is light to be found even now. Finding space to find your light in all areas of your body, not just up and down, but now linear side to side. Just pause now on that final release of your right hand wherever you are. Just take a moment to pause here. Now we're just going to take in a gentle twist. So this is our wringing out of any tension in the body now, but still welcoming in warmth. I invite you to float both hands up overhead on your inhale. Lengthen the spine, feel your sit bones root down. As you inhale, the palms come together, but this time as you exhale, you start to twist the torso to the right. Allow your left palm to settle on top of your right thigh or knee, and allow your right fingertips to root down into the earth behind you. And notice how your right fingertips root down into the mat, the earth. Your spine can come a little bit longer, all the way from the base of the spine, the root that you're seated on, up the spine, past the shoulders, shoulders relax, length through the back of the head and neck, all the way out to that golden sunlight above you. So here, I welcome you to turn to the lights. So again, just notice where you want to take your head, and this time taking a different look around your room. Now I can see outside. Fortunately, there is no light for me today. So how do you invite that light in when you want to turn towards it? So I invite you to visualize yourself looking towards something bright. That could be you yearning to look towards the sky. What can you see? Wherever you are in the room that you're in, seek a bright colour. Seek the brightest, warmest object, person, thing in your room and focus on it and breathe in its light. If you welcome in visualization, maybe just feel like a sunflower twisting towards the light. As we release, we take an inhale, both hands rise overhead again. Exhale this time, right fingertips towards the left knee. Left fingertips root down behind your left hip into the earth. And again, this time, lengthen the spine again, but just releasing any tension in the right shoulder. Take a moment to breathe here. It doesn't have to be your deepest twist. And just notice now where your face has landed as you've rotated the body towards the left side of your room now. Become aware of the difference of what you're looking at now. For me, there is no light. There is only just a plain green wall. So here I may close my eyes and go in and take myself to a place of light, brightness and beauty, whatever that looks like for me and for you if you have the same. Again, you may twist a little bit deeper by rotating the head and neck, taking a little bend into your right elbow and allowing the torso to twist a little bit deeper. So here on the second side of your twist, you can say to yourself, I turn to what nourishes me. So again, becoming aware of the good and the bad in each of these rotations for you. You may be lucky enough to be in a room that has lots of objects that brings you light, brings you joy, brings you your own internal warmth just by taking this moment to breathe and appreciate them. And this is what the apricity word is, isn't it? Appreciating that last glimpse of something warm in winter. As we take our next inhale, floating the hands back overhead and slowly allowing the hands to float back down, just like that setting sun. So now I do invite you, if you've had your legs crossed with me all the way through, to lengthen the legs. Just maybe take a little bit of a shake and release any tension in the legs down into the air. And here we are now going to fold forward and surrender into our stillness, just like that setting sun. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale, hands overhead. So we're not reaching too far or folding forward as we exhale, but take it slowly. So hinging from the hips, the seat is rooted, the sit bones is rooted, and we slowly reach as if you're passing me something. So we're not reaching for our toes yet, we're just reaching forward, the space in between, maybe just feel the energy between your hands. Maybe a little tingling sensation here. We're not going too far with our forward fold yet. Now we take a nice deep breath in. Notice the chest lift as we find space into our belly, ribs and chest. And as you exhale this time, we allow the hands to start to fold towards our shins and allow our chin to dip into our chest, and just become aware now of this fold. So not reaching forward, but just a slight rounding in the top of the spine. And the deeper that you dip your chin into the chest, the more you will notice the stretch from the top of your shoulders, the base of your head and neck, and the length slowly starting to open from the top curve of your spine. So you may draw your elbows back towards your body, so you're not reaching for your feet. Your palms are face down on top of your knees or your thighs. Just draw your shoulders back away from your ears and back towards the back of the mat, so you really are noticing that the shoulder blades are maybe just slightly drawing in towards each other. Just notice if you have any tension in the front line of your body, your belly. Have you stopped breathing? Take a nice deep breath in. And again, just see if you can surrender to gravity, dipping your chin a little bit deeper this time on your exhale towards your chest. And that's all I invite you to do. Each time you inhale, just notice, again, like we did at the beginning, how you can melt into your body with each exhale. The inhale brings the warmth. The exhale brings the melt and surrender. But you do not need to force the exhale. Gravity will draw you closer to the earth. So here we melt into the earth like frost under the morning light. Say to yourself here quietly in your mind, I release into rest. And it could be with your inhales, you say to yourself, I soften into warmth. And then your exhale, I release into rest. 3 more rounds with that mantra to yourself. Inhaling, I soften into warmth. Exhaling, I release into rest. Inhaling, I soften into warmth. And I release into rest. One more. I soften into warmth. And I release into rest. So to come out of this forward fold, we need to be very careful. We just slowly walk our hands, keeping our chin dipped to our chest, because the chin is the last thing to raise up. You just walk your palms up your thighs, and as you do so, it will naturally, very slowly lengthen your spine until such time that you realise that your shoulders has realigned with your sit bones, and then your chin is the last thing that rises up back parallel to the floor. Just take a moment to maybe gently roll your shoulders down and back, and maybe just take a little bit of gentle movement of your head and neck just to realign that. Maybe even a nice gentle head massage, which feels really nice. So now I invite you to come into a nice lying resting pose. This is your Shavasana, so laying down and taking your blanket over your legs and your body, making yourself comfortable now. It may be that you feel more supported in a reclined posture with maybe a bolster under your knees, or just having your spine propped up a little bit, so you could roll up a couple of blankets or towels, or you could have some pillows to just prop your chest up if that feels more comfortable for you. Just allow your eyes to close, and as you release your palms either side, you may find that your hands naturally fall with your palms open. It may be that you feel comfortable just resting your hands on your body. That could be one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Play with that. Just notice now before we settle, where do you really feel most at ease? And now begin to settle. Allow your body to soften into the earth beneath you. Let this moment be a pause, a space to receive warmth in the middle of whatever season you're in. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine a golden sun beaming gently from above. Feel the warmth on your scalp, your temples, your forehead. Let the space between your eyebrows smooth and soften. Soften your jaw and just let your tongue rest to the roof of your mouth, space between the back of your teeth. Just notice your breath. Here you can say to yourself, I allow warmth and wisdom to enter. Now feel the sun's rays move down the back of your head, across your neck and into your shoulders. Anywhere you carry the weight of the world, allow it to melt. Let your shoulders drop, as if sunlight is gently thawing them. Here you can say to yourself, I release what I no longer need to carry. Now that golden warmth spreads down your arms now. Upper arms, elbows, forearms. Each joint softens. Each muscle relaxes. Feel the warmth reach your hands all the way to your fingertips. You may even feel a subtle tingling, the thawing of frozen energy. Here you can say to yourself quietly, I welcome softness into all that I hold. The sun now rests over your chest, your heart center. This is your inner sun, your AUPRICITY. Let it glow softly, radiating warmth through your ribs, your lungs, your breath. Let this light dissolve any grief, tension, or fear. Here you can say to yourself, my heart remembers the light. I trust in its return. Now bring your awareness to your belly. Feel it gently rise and fall. The golden light pools here, your inner fire. Warmth fills your stomach, your gut, your inner knowing. Here you can say to yourself, the sun lives within me. I am strong and steady. Now the sunlight moves further down, melting any frozen feelings around your hips, your pelvis, and your lower back. Just let go of any stored emotion or tension here. Let the golden light fill every crevice, every hidden place. Breathe it in and feel its warmth and say to yourself, I open to warmth. I feel safe to soften. The warmth flows into your thighs, down to your knees, your calves and your ankles, unwinding tension as it travels. Feel your legs grow heavier, steadier, more at ease. And here you can say to yourself, I am grounded, supported and held. Now that the light reaches your feet, soles, toes, every space in between. Let your feet be kissed by the sunlight, warm against the cool earth. You are connected. You are safe. You are whole. Here you can say to yourself, I walk forward with warmth and purpose. Take a nice deep breath in now and a nice slow exhale out. Your whole body is now bathed in golden light, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. You are thawed. You are lit from within. Even in winter, the sun finds you. So here your final affirmation to close your body scan is to yourself: even in the cold, my inner sun still shines. So you can lay here for as long as the time that you have to just absorb this golden sun radiating through your body. If you know that you need to move on through your day, wherever you are when you're listening to this, you can just take some gentle movements of the hands and the feet. A little bit of a gentle rock of the lower body, maybe drawing your heels towards your seat, maybe even drawing your knees towards your chest and taking a deeper rock in the body, lifting your head, rolling your shoulders, moving your arms, and then gently rocking to one side, laying there and pausing before coming to rise to your comfortable seated position to join me to close. Maybe keeping your eyes closed and just still absorbing the warmth of the sun. So I thank you for joining me on day 1. Let this forgotten word guide you through today. So if you find yourself in a moment of coolness or chills mentally, emotionally or physically, you can return to this word, AUPRICITY. Share it with others. Let it be your warmth in winter. So I'm going to attach a playlist to this guidance, this teaching. So you may choose to find a song that lights you up. And so this playlist is nice and easy, there are no words, it's just a nice playlist to listen to. So I encourage you to maybe just put one word beneath this teaching to remind us all of what AUPRICITY means and how we can carry it through our darker days, through the months ahead. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you through the next 31 days of October.